What is shaking? Look at me. I'm in the studio with you guys. Good afternoon. JT here, Studio 10 for live. Wednesday, August the 13th. And I don't know about you guys where you're at, but where I am at up in the Pacific Northwest, where it's supposed to be a little cooler. And I don't just mean the temperature, but culturally and otherwise. We've been suffering through a little bit of a heat wave, been about 105 pretty much every day for the last 3 days. I'm only hitting 97 today, so I'm feeling better about things. And of course, it doesn't matter really. I'm inside; it's air conditioned, so not like I'm standing out on a porch somewhere baking in the sun. So, hey, what's up, man? We got T Dub in the house. What up, Dub? And Wade Rippey, what's going on? Wade's gonna like our guest coming up today because he's repping the Rippey brand, and we'll be talking a lot about that Badger show that went on last weekend. Also, just a quick announcement too. Dan the man is in the studio with us too, and Dan's going to be talking 10-4 trucker rodeo. So, actually, you know what? I don't know if it's going to be Dan the man. It might be Deputy Dan. So, we'll see what happens with that. Y'all support him in that because we want Dan to be supported in that character that he's going to be bringing out because he is a character. So anyway, listen, man, it's been kind of hot up here, but I love where I'm at and I can't complain. It's like I'm camping every single day out here where I am now parked, fully moved and integrated into the full-timer position of the Cyclone life, man. This is it, Cyclone life, and it is pretty cool. I kind of dig it. You know, the tiny house thing, right? That was like a big movement. And people thought they reinvented something of how to live. You guys built some pretty cool little deals, but I think it was sort of like whoever could build the tiny house that made it so you were roughing it the most was like the coolest, I think. I'm not of that culture. I'm more of the modern culture. I like generator, power, water, holding tanks for my, everything. And, modern conveniences is that's what I'm talking about. That's cool to me. So that's what I got and I'm enjoying it. And if everything works out well, might be seeing this rig down at the rodeo come this November. So we'll see what happens. Mikey, what's going on, buddy? Good to have Mike Viviano on as well. Always CD, burrito, taco, barbecue, beef jerky, Dougie. And Miss Shannon in the house. Good to have Shannon on board as well. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention or not. If you haven't, and listen, you know me, I'm into sports. So baseball, football, basketball, UFC, boxing, pretty much if it's on ESPN, with the exception of a few things, I'm probably going to watch it. I haven't really gotten into the cornhole thing. Darts, I watch darts, man. I used to throw darts. I used to be in a dart league. So darts are fun to watch, man. Great sport. UFC and ESPN, their deal is over at the end of this year. Paramount Plus picked up the UFC in a record-setting deal, $7.7 billion for the rights to all UFC anything. What does this mean to us as the guys that like watching the fights? Maybe you're one of the millions that got together during UFC number whatever, and you paid your $75 and you threw down your money and watched the pay-per-view. Well, guess what? Those days are over, friends. You subscribe to Paramount Plus, you're going to get UFC of all kinds. So the mini deals they do, the UFC fight nights that they do in Vegas from the compound there, you get that. UFC top bill, you get that. Anything that would have been a pay-per-view is no longer, and you get that as part of your subscription deal. Paramount Plus just killed pay-per-view. I mean, they just slaughtered it. It's roadkill, and they are having fun talking about it. And their deal, it's all about subscriptions. They don't give a what, except that you buy a subscription and subscribe to their channel. And I'm a subscriber already, so I'm already in, and I like it. You have Paramount Plus is a fun network, especially for the old guys, because there's a lot of our old shows on there, man. Yeah, I like it. And next door to that, ESPN and Fox just joined forces for the NFL. And that in itself is a really deep hole to go down. Not going to go down it, but their streaming service, their streaming product is going to be joined together now. So you buy one, you get both, and then they'll build their audience and probably separate. But ESPN and Fox for the NFL. So what does that mean? That means more games are going to be exclusively streamed to a pay service like ESPN, Fox, or whatever. Apple has baseball. Netflix has football. Amazon has I mean, you know, if you don't have a buffet of streaming services and you're a sports fan, you're screwed. You got to have them all, man. It's just to that point. So anyway, listen, I got a bunch more stuff that I want to go over and talk about. News from the EPA. They are they're not doing anything that's going to really make anybody super happy, but it's not going to make you mad either. And it's got to do with the DEF system, diesel emission fluid system that they forced everybody to run with, and how it's going to operate in the near future. And I have something for you guys to think about in the meantime. And here's the question, and I want your answers when we get back to this, and that is, do you delete or do you not delete? Don't answer me now. Write it down if you think you got something, you want to share it, and you don't want to forget it, but I want to hear about it. And let's talk about that. In the meantime, we're going to talk about 10-4 Trucker Rodeo coming up in November down in Bakersfield at the Kern County Raceway, Kevin Harvick's Kern County Raceway, where we tend to run into Mr. Harvick, and he hangs around down there pretty much daily. So, Deputy Dan, what's going on, partner?
Hey, John, how you doing?
Oh, man, it is Deputy Dan. All right, man. Well, I'm doing good, buddy. How about you?
I got to tell you, I'm having a rootin' toot good time.
Good for you, man. Miss Shannon been making you some good grub and been pouring some fun stuff in your cup?
I had some sarsaparilla earlier. It was a little, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, a little adult sarsaparilla. I get you. I hear what you're saying. All right. So what's happening in Deputy Dan land and the 10-4 Trucker Rodeo and show? What's happening with it?
Well, I gotta say, there's a lot of exciting things happening. We've been working really hard behind the scenes, getting it ready, getting it set, and I will say, right out of the top, registration will open this Friday at noon. So you all got to get ready. You got to get ready. You got to get on there, and you got to get registered. We're going to start it already.
Hey, man, I want to see a mad rush, y'all, on Friday. I want to see you guys kill the server on Friday. That would be so awesome. I think there's a line standing in line. I think there's a line waiting to get in on this.
Well, I hope so. There should be, because look, last year, I mean, we did really good and things were really popular, but the momentum that we've built since then is huge. And I think we might, we had limits last year on how big we thought a class could be. Of course, we didn't get to any of those limits, but we're first year, that's okay. But there's a good chance that we're going to get to those limits this year. So I would not, if you want to be in these competitions, and I got to say about the competitions, so we dropped a couple and we added a couple. So this year we're going to be adding truck and trailer backing, which a lot of people were asking about last year. So a lot of hay trucks, cattle truck kind of thing, truck and trailer. And we're adding a new heavy equipment loading class. And I think that's going to be pretty entertaining. I'm not going to give it all up right now, but let's just say there's some pedal cars involved.
I was going to ask you there, Deputy Dan, are we talking like heavy equipment loading is to that as livestock loading is to the cow loading competition? Are we kind of going down that way?
There, Big John. I think you're onto something.
I think so too.
Yes. It's going to be very entertaining because, as you know, this is not the trucker Olympics. Okay. Yeah, we want people to be skilled and we want them to win based on their skills, but we also want it to be entertaining and fun, right? Everybody wants to go out and have a good time. Everybody wants to watch a good time. So we are definitely putting in a few more fun elements to make it entertaining and good. We're gonna lengthen the backing chute and we're gonna narrow it a few inches.
Ooh,
so
there you go.
A bit more challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna add some difficult element. A difficulty element to the squeeze competition, probably.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more exciting. We're hoping we get more booms out this year. We're going to be able to run up to 6 at a time. So hopefully if we have 6, we'll run them all at one time. Last year we had 5. One broke down, so we ended up with 4. But you know, these things are old trucks. They're broken down. They're 70s and 80s pickups and
old square body Chevys, man. That was like the flavor of the day, man. Yeah.
So, not only are they mostly old guys operating them, but they're old pieces of equipment. So, so we would be excited to have 6 out. But if we have more than 6, we'll break it into 2. If we have 8, we'll do 2 classes of 4. Whatever. But that way we get the most impact, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. But we're also going to introduce during the light show on Saturday night. We're going to be having some trucker karaoke, baby.
Oh, man.
So, get your pipes all, lubed up and start practicing those, favorite songs of yours,
Get your best Hank Jr. going, a little Waylon and Willie or what. Hey,
I'd love whatever you want. You can do whatever you want.
I'd love to see a little, what was it? George and Tammy. Somebody do a George Jones, Tammy Wynette, deal, a duet. That would be something to see. If there's a pair out there that can do that, I'm going now. That would be equal today to what? I don't know what. I don't keep up with country pop, so. But it sounds like a lot of fun to me. Last year, I got no complaints about last year's rodeo, man. I'll tell you what, those guys put it out there, especially the tire changing guys. Those guys, man, that there was some downright hard work going on in that tire changing competition, as well as the hay loading. The hay boom comp. I mean, no joke. Those guys worked it and they work smart and not harder, but sometimes you just have to put your back and what into it, right?
Well, I think those tire guys got to really they got to think a little bit more this year. There's a few ways they could cut their time. They weren't cutting them. So
yeah,
I think a couple guys were figuring it out toward the end, but I'm sure that everything will evolve. And but yeah, that was a lot of fun last year. We had good participation in that.
We got stereo competition coming back.
Yep.
Right on, stereo comp. Guys,
it's not a stereo competition. It's the loudest stereo.
Loudest stereo.
It may not be the best sounding one, but the loudest.
Well, that's a good point because the decibel meter is what tells you who won, right?
Yes. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So everybody listening to what we're going to be putting out there in the playing field as far as competition and fun, now we need you guys to show up and get involved. Sponsorships are available. Suites are available. I'll tell you what, some of the most fun that was being had was in some of those suites last year during all the competition going on there in the infield. And you want to be a part of that, get a hold of us and let's get you in.
And for sure, I think that we're going to sell out on suites this year. Last year, we sold 12 of 20 and they were so popular. I'm pretty sure those 20 are going to go fast. So y'all want that. I mean, that's going to elevate your experience. I mean, you're going to be sitting in a suite. You can have food and drinks delivered for an additional fee. You're going to get great view of everything. You can be inside. You can step outside. There's a balcony out front. It's just, it's where everybody wanted to be. They wanted to be in one of those suites. So be the host, have all your friends up there.
Just spitballing here, but what if we had a suite competition, man? Maybe you put a buckle on a plaque and best suite gets an award too. I mean, I don't know, you put bunting around the seats and get crazy up there, man. I don't know, is there
we could discuss that eventually.
We make it up as we go, Dan, right?
Put a pin in that. Let's put a pin in that for now. Yeah. That's what they say.
All right, Deputy Dan, anything else you want to let us know about down there? How's the place looking? When's the last time you were down there?
I have. Oh, yeah. I was just reminded. We're also giving a award for we're having a golf cart competition.
Oh,
So
wait a minute.
and obviously,
Wait a minute.
no, don't go
us.
there. Don't go there, my friend. Don't go there, my friend. I reckon you're barking up the wrong tree there, John.
All right. Sorry, Deputy Dan.
So yeah, so
been
it's not,
reprimanded.
it doesn't have to be the most expensive. It doesn't have to be the most outlandish. It just whoever we decide is judging it. It just has to be the most fun, the most cool.
Yeah.
So so we'll have an award for that as well.
Well, listen, I'll tell you what. As much fun as we're going to be having there's going to be other places where things are going to be going on. They're going to be hearing us over them. So, yeah, we're going to have a good time, and we look forward to having everybody show up out there. And listen, all y'all that are down there that are local, Bakersfield in that area, my condolences to you losing the Crystal Palace, shut down for good after a 28-year run.
Didn't hear that.
It is done. It is for sale, however. $7.5 million. If you happen to have that lying around and you want to be a nightclub, party owner place guy, then there it is. But otherwise, knock on the doors of all your Bakersfield and surrounding area people. We'd love to see all the locals showing up at this show. I think they would really, really enjoy it. So let's
100%.
make that one happen.
Absolutely.
All right.
But remember, Friday, noon, California time, for all you people that are in some other weird place. No, we're weird. I'm sorry. What am I doing? I'm a cowboy from California.
You're Deputy Dan.
I'm the weird one.
You're Deputy Dan. That's all that matters.
Noon, Friday. Registration should open. And I'd say go for it. Get in there. Get your classes going. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have, 4 different backing classes: the tire changing, the loudest stereo, the cow rustling, which is a good fun time. Hey squeeze, hey boom. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And don't forget, show and shine. Absolutely, show and shine out in the parking lot. We'll have 5 or 6 awards for that, which will all be competitor judged. So that is definitely, we're gonna have some cool stuff out there.
All right, guys, get your best buckles and shine your spurs. Get that hat out and let's go. It's gonna be rodeo time.
And remember, there's buckles up for grabs. Buckles up for grabs. You want to have that buckle. It's badass.
They are, man. Those are coveted. Let me tell you something. At TFK, some of our winners had their buckles and they were wearing them proudly or holding them and displaying them as they drove around in the lot at TFK. And it was pretty cool to see that. Those buckles are a cherished item, and rightly so. Yeah.
No joke. All right, man.
All right, Deputy Dan, thanks for showing up and giving us the scoop. Noon Friday, go to 104magazine.com. What's the other URL that we can send them to? What's the best way?
Truckerrodeo.com.
Truckerrodeo.com. There you go.
Either one will get you there. You can go to 104 and there's a tab, or just go straight to truckerrodeo.com. There'll be a link there for registration. We've tried to simplify registration just a little bit. But yeah, pay attention. Once you register and you sign up for your classes, unless he's able to change it, and I don't think he is, there's no going back and adding a class or anything. If you decide later, you'll have to wait until on site. And if you wait till on site, they could be sold out by then. So if you want to be in a backing class or you want to be in the cattle loading or whatever, I suggest that when you register, do all of it at once. I'm
going to say, treat it like your item at Costco that you saw that you thought was really cool. And you said, oh, I'll get that next week. And it's gone and they don't bring it back. Don't do that.
Nope.
Get it while you got it.
Absolutely. Treat us like Costco. I would love to be like Costco. Yes. We're the Costco of truck shows.
All right, Deputy Dan, you want to hang for a minute and say howdy to our partner, Mr. Eric Hill?
Well, sure.
There you go. Hey, Eric, how are you doing, buddy?
Howdy, mister. How you doing?
Hey, Deputy Dan. Hey, man, the only thing you're missing, Deputy Dan, is where's your badge? You got to have a stinking badge, man.
Yeah, we don't need no stinking badges. Good setup, though. Good setup.
Yeah. Hey, well, and the only other thing, being, spending time in the South, you got to work on that Southern accent a little bit. It's not quite authentic enough.
It's not a Southern. It's a Bakersfield. It's a California cowboy thing. Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Yeah,
So,
we're not trying to, we don't talk like them and they don't talk like us. We just whatever, yeah. And depending on how many, adult beverages involved he might be, it could change altogether. So you never know.
yeah, I want to be around when that happens.
Never know. Well, I'm
All
gonna
right.
bid you. Y'all have a good night, right?
Hey, Dan, I do have to
keep the boots Spurs side up. Would that be right? That'd be wrong.
Hey, Dan.
No, that's
more
face
thing.
down.
One more thing, Dan. Without the glasses, you kind of look like Festus on Gunsmoke.
Oh, damn.
I can't see what I look like.
You know what? So here's the deal, man. And some of you may remember. I not that he has anything that he looks like her, but remember old Sourdough? Any of y'all remember that guy? That guy was hilarious. Yeah. Festus was one of my favorite, and a local Fresno guy too. He was a Fresno resident. Yeah,
I did not
about that. Yeah, Dan, you guys might have known. He rubbed your elbows somewhere. Never can tell. All right, Dan, we're going to let you go and get out of here. We're going to get on with Mr. Hill here and talk about some stuff that he was at last
When is
weekend.
registration open? When was that?
Friday noon, California time.
That'd be 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time this Friday. Get on it.
Good answer. We'll see you there. We'll see you then.
All right. Y'all be good there, Deputy Dan. We'll catch you around.
Guns up, man. Guns up.
All right, everybody. Don't forget, noon Friday, registration opens for the 10-4 Trucker Rodeo 2025. Eric, how you been, my friend?
Doing well, JT. How are you doing tonight, man?
I'm good,
Good show so far. And, hey, man, thanks for letting me be on tonight. I appreciate it.
You got it. And I want to say a shout out to everybody that's here with us and watching. John Fearborn, good to have you on, buddy. Alyssa, good to have you on. Steve, howdy, buddy. Tulare is a hot one. Ain't no doubt about that. I think Tulare and Redding, you guys are kind of like the, yin and yang of the hot spots of California a little bit that we pass through quite a bit, at least especially me, because I come from up in Oregon. I'll go both Redding and Tulare to get to where I'm going, which would be Bakersfield, for 2 shows a year down there. So Blake, yeah, man, good idea. Blake Westfall, good to have you on the show. Siebes, Mr. and Mrs. I believe I saw April in here as well. So everybody, if I haven't shouted out to you, it's because I can't see you. So just know we appreciate you being here and love that you guys show up every week. All right, listen, Eric was at Badger, and Eric, help me out here. What are we calling that show? It is the Badger
State Trucking Show.
Trucking Show, okay.
Right. And it was at the Badger Steam and Gas grounds, show grounds. They have a big, in fact, it's this coming weekend. They have a big event coming up where they have all these antique steam engine, gas engine, a lot of farm equipment and that type of thing. So that's a big draw, but very nice facilities. I'd like to start out by saying Wade and his team put on a great show. It was a first-time show. In the past, and I'm going to quit saying as much. I noticed that the last time I was on. This was...
You just did it.
I know. It was typically Waupun was on this weekend. And as we know, last year was the last show for Waupun.
Correct.
And Wade and his team stepped up. And this, I don't want to say it's a replacement because it's a different type of show, but it's on the same weekend as Waupun. It was at the Baraboo grounds there. Great facility, lots of room. It's kind of in a valley area and surrounded by nice, beautiful hills. Just everything about the venue was really nice. I really enjoyed it. I think everyone that attended, that I spoke to, had a great time. I heard nothing but positive feedback. There was enough room where there was plenty of room between the trucks that were parked. There were a lot of vendors there, a lot of sponsors. There were, according to Wade, I talked to him this morning, there were 200 trucks there. So that's a pretty good turnout for a first-time show.
I got a shot here that I can share with everybody, kind of give a lay of the land kind of thing here. Uh, and this is from the Badger State Truck and Show Facebook group page. There's your overhead. I'm assuming this was probably on load-in day or early in the morning before everybody was loaded in. But they got a lot of room there, and they got a lot of trucks parked there already. So looks like they were headed in the right direction.
So that white building there on the right-hand side, John, that's where all the registration was at, buying T-shirts. They had the auction. That's where the awards were presented. That was kind of the focal point of the show. To the left of the building was where all the vendors were, and then a nice covered area, kind of a picnic area where you could eat. And then there were vendors along that main road there, and then back up where all the trucks were at. Now,
then one of my favorite shots of a truck show is the night shot.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, there you go. So looks like and was this a Friday night shot probably, or what it looks like Friday? Okay.
Friday, that was Friday night. So
good deal.
There were, like I said, there were 200 trucks. There were anywhere, I would say, up to about 50 different sponsors, vendors, food vendors. There were 7 really good food vendors there. I tried out a couple of them. One of them was the Boy Scouts Troop 44. I had their brats and curds there. It was outstanding.
Oh, now you're talking all Wisconsin.
All Wisconsin, absolutely. Gotta play the part there. And the other one that I tried out was Old School Pizza. They had really good pizza.
Hey, Lance, I'm doing good, by the way. Thanks for dropping in and Washington State repping in the show here. Brats, everybody knows. Curds, might need to explain what's going on with curds. I know what they are, but
cheese curds are they're small pieces of cheese that are breaded and they're fried,
like tater tots of the North or something, right?
So they're the tater tots of Wisconsin. And in my opinion, I mean, there might be people in Wisconsin that disagree with me, and I'm from Illinois, but you don't eat brats without cheese curds. So it's like you use the term, they're the kind of the yin and yang. So
yeah.
But food was good. There was a good selection. There was Mexican, there was pizza, there was Boy Scouts had burgers, brats, hot dogs, all that stuff. And the food selection was good. A lot of different vendors there. I was really pleased to see how many vendors were at the show that participated. Many of them were sponsors. I talked to several of them. It was a good turnout for the vendors and the sponsors as well. Big one was AmCan. They were there.
I saw that.
Wisconsin KW was there. Peterbilt was there. Freightliner was there. So there was a good representation of all types of different vendors. As far as the show, one of the highlights of the show that I liked.
I'm gonna throw some trucks up on the screen while we're chatting about this. And by the way, everybody, so if you guys want to check out a lot of the pictures that Eric took and is shared, they're over there on our 10-4 magazine lounge on Facebook. You guys can go in there and check them out. There's a whole bunch of pictures and videos. So we're just going to kind of go through some of those. If you guys want, you can go over there while we're doing it right now, while we're chatting and follow along. So go ahead, Eric. What do you got?
Yeah, that's there's a guy up there called his first name's Barry. I call him the Guitar Man. That's his truck. It's a beautiful truck. He's done all of the customization on himself, including the paint. If you notice on the front of the trailer, there's a little opening that's popped out.
I see that.
That trailer is really an RV, and he's built it, took an RV body and put it inside, and he made it into living quarters. He gave me a tour of it while I was up there. So it's pretty cool. But
so wait a minute, back up. You put an RV body in, he slipped an RV inside the thing?
He put an RV body in it and used that as his base to build his living quarters in there. And he modified it. He cut some of it off, and he's got a kitchen area. He's got a living room area. He's got a bathroom. He's got his own little bedroom right there where that opening is at. So, and he did all the work himself. I mean, he's a very, very talented and handy guy when it comes to that kind of stuff.
It's kind of like Brandon Carpenter and his honky tonk on wheels that he brings around. it's got the living quarters up in the front on the trailer, and then the rest of it's all honky tonk. I think there's going to be a lot more of these kind of coming around. These guys are kind of digging it, and I think it's great idea.
And that truck was parked east of the main building there as you're coming in on the main road.
Yeah, nice ride, by the way. I love me a cab over, not to operate and own, but to drive. But I would love to look at them all day long.
And one thing I noticed about this, I was walking around it and taking photos of it. I looked at the frame and it looked like it was a chrome frame. Well, what he had done is he put stainless on the outside all the way around the frame. So gives it a real cool look.
Yeah, nice ride, man. I know who that is.
Yeah, that is Wade Riffey's newest truck that he it was first displayed at the show this weekend. And I wasn't there when this happened, but Wade was asking me about it this morning. And unfortunately, I missed it. But he's got a driver for that truck, and they did a reveal for him. So they put the blindfold on and everything, and they walked it out, and they revealed his new truck. So it's kind of a take on the cover truck that we did on him a few years ago.
Yep.
The only difference, the baby blue or the light blue is about the same, but instead of the darker blue on the other truck he had, this one's got the black on top. But still, a beautiful build, a nice truck, and a great story on revealing the new truck to one of his drivers to start work this week or next week. And it was parked outside east of the main building also. That's a brand new X3, one of the last 389 X's that were built in 2020.
And that is one clean looking truck right there, buddy.
It's my favorite paint color. That's one of the things that caught my attention.
Is that black cherry?
Black cherry. Love that color.
That's what my truck was, brother. Black cherry, man. I love that color.
And then the sun, that thing just blows up. But there were 4 trucks that came down from Canada with Titan trailers. And that was one of the 4 trucks, and they were all grouped together. But again, one of my favorite trucks. They've done some work on the interior. I'm going to be doing a show report on this particular show, and it's possible that Dan will include some photos that I took of the interior of that truck.
Hey Blake, you know what? I'll tell you something. I don't know what it is, but that color, that was the best paint job I ever saw on a truck. Was my truck that had that black cherry paint on it. I mean, it laid flat everywhere. There was no orange peel on that truck, and it was just an awesome paint job. The only thing I'd change on this one is I would have had that door skinned and get rid. I hate those view windows. It's just me. I know some guys are like, that's okay, no big deal. I just don't like it. I just think it just changes things a bit. But man, that's a beautiful truck, and that color, I'm nothing wrong with that. I love that color. It's gorgeous. I love black cherry. Mine was black cherry and electric red. So the fenders were electric red, but the rest of the truck was that black cherry. But something about it, man. Peterbilt has got that color dialed.
He had a medium gray frame on it, but when I was standing back looking at that, John, it's got had kind of a low profile to it, and just that black cherry, that dark look.
Yep.
With all the stain and polished stainless and chrome on it, it reminds me of a Johnny Cash truck running through the night. Man, it's just got that low mean look to it. I really
Midnight
like
special.
I like that look. So
yeah, no, it's a beauty. It's a beauty. There's nothing wrong with that truck at all. Yeah, again, Blake, I have to say, man, yeah, the depth of the paint, of the finish, it must be something to do with the color and the process of that particular paint, because mine was the same way. It's just unbelievable. So congrats to them on that rig. That's a beauty. We got a video here, so let's see what happens. I bring audio in on here, so I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Can you hear it at all? It's just background noise kind of in the back. Let's see if I can add audio here on this or not. I don't think I can. Well, you guys aren't missing. Can you guys hear me?
Hear you good.
Yeah. So essentially, it's just the background noise, or the ambient noise in the background. But that's about it. But
That was another Titan truck, or another truck that was pulling a Titan trailer. Again, they're out of Ontario, Canada. That was another one of my favorites. I love the color combination on that. That's a 2024 389 recent
yeah,
build, and also a working truck. Just it's a Seminole paint color, which is a KW paint scheme, obviously. But on that truck with that color combination, I just really think that stood out. And the other thing, a lot of guys like the straight pipes, and I do, but I kind of like that when they leave on the sheet shields on that.
you know what? I agree. I had those on mine, and it had to do with how they lined up with the dump body that I had mounted on the truck, and just how it all kind of went together. And those shields, not to mention, look at how broad of an area that is of just polished metal, and I thought they looked great. So yeah,
I think the verticality of the pipes and the shield with the horizontal stripes really gives it some striking depth to it, and I just love the truck. It's that color is just a beautiful color.
like he's got the glass pretty well blacked out. A little nighttime walk around, huh? Let's get a look.
One of the things that I was impressed with, almost everybody had their lights on Friday night, and
as it should be, man. That's the way it should be.
A lot of shows you go to, not everybody turns their lights on, but literally every truck that was there that night had their trucks on, and there were quite a few people walking around checking the trucks out. As you can see, there's some in the video, but I wanted to get more video of the night, but just didn't. I think I did maybe 3 or 4 night videos, but good representation on the light show.
All right, we got those. I have some other photos that you sent me. If you want, I can go to those, or I can bring up the other group here. Let's bring this, Alex. Let's bring this other group up. This is from day 2. We got Don Wood, and we got a bunch of others going on here. Let's have a look at these. These are some nice looking trucks too, as well.
Yeah, Don did really well again with that truck. That was previewed. You and I were down at 75 Chrome when that one was previewed.
Oh yeah.
He got first in his class, and then I think he got a Best of Show award with that.
Okay. So this is our cover truck, is that right?
Yes, sir, it is. And it's ageless in its look and its wow factor. It's still just an unbelievable truck. And again, Don did really well with awards at this weekend show. Never get tired of seeing that truck.
Some trucks just stand the test of time. I mean, it's not like that truck's old or anything at all, but I mean, it just keeps on looking good.
And people will say what they will about the W990s. I don't hate them. If they're painted right and dressed right, they look good. And I just kind of like this truck. It looked good pulling on the tanker. It's got smaller sleeper on it, low profile. That's one of my favorite blue colors, and it caught my eye when I was taking photos.
I think that's the standout on this truck is it's got that 36-inch sleeper on it that you just don't normally see in this truck, and that's not the huge. So that's good.
Honestly, that was the first one that I've seen like that, and that was another reason why I took that photo.
Yeah, I have to say, I don't think I've seen, may have not seen one either. Maybe, but yeah, no, it's a different look, man. You know what? All the new trucks, whatever it is, 589, 990, on down the line. Guys, I mean, come on, And as I'm saying that, I go to Luke Rethwish and this 359. So forget what I just said. That's I almost dropped an F-bomb. That's a freaking nice truck.
Yeah, that was the one that was at Matt's, and another timeless truck. I mean, and my Roush Mustang is that kind of red. It's a little deeper red than my Roush, but it's that red and gray. and I'm partial to that color anyway. But just
Well,
another timeless classic.
You saw that truck there at Mid America, and and I'm looking at that thing, and I'm thinking, man, I don't think there's anything you can do to make that truck look any better until I see it hooked to the trailer. And now it really just what a combo.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous truck.
Well done, young man. Luke, if you're watching out there and you're hearing and watching with us, if you see us later, whatever, man, nice job. Well done.
I took this one. It's a newer KW W9, but I love that stripe scheme. And with the gray stripe and the red stripe, I just thought that was a good photo. He had a darker red frame on it. Again,
another Rethwish truck too. So
exactly, and just love that color scheme. And I love that, especially that stripe. That's a classic Kenworth stripe right there.
Like it. And it's a mystery. What do we got here? Do you know?
I do not know what that is.
All right. Okay, everybody. You see it here first with us. Oh, we got a little rain coming down.
Yeah, that's what I took. The reason why I took that, it was starting to rain, and everybody was running to the house. So nice looking.
Hey, there he is.
Rico's truck. So that was panning out over toward the bandstand and the area there where the concert was at. So
how's Rico doing?
Doing good. We went to dinner Saturday night, and I'll talk about that in a minute.
Right.
One thing I wanted to mention, John, Wade did a really nice job of setting up concerts Friday and Saturday night. Friday night was Long Haul Paul, Steve Molander out of Texas. He did some hip hop stuff.
Trucker hop.
Yep, exactly. And then Tony Justice closed the night out. Of course, he's got some great music. And then Saturday night both nights were good, but Saturday night was my favorite. He had 3 different bands in there. I got to check my notes. I can't remember.
I know one of them, but I'm going to let you tell us once you get your notes straight there.
Yeah, one of them was Presley and Taylor. They're out in Nashville.
Yep.
And they were very good. They played a pretty good selection of songs. Long Haul Paul was on again as a second act. And then one of my favorite groups, country groups, or whatever you want to call them, is Kentucky Headhunters. And I love listening to their music. I sat there in my car just listening to them for about an hour and just love their music. And so kudos to Wade and his team for putting on a good concert. Unfortunately, Saturday we got rain, and that kind of hindered the turnout for the concert Saturday, plus the awards. A lot of people left early, but still, in spite of that, it was very good concerts both nights. Great.
Hey, you know what? Weather happens. It does. So you deal with it the best you can. So
So
all right. So let's go over. I'm going to go into one of the photos that you sent. I'm going to bring up. Let's see. Wait a minute here. There we go. I'm going to bring up the cab over you sent me there.
Okay.
Of Kevin's, and let's do that. There we go. And in case you guys are wondering, Kevin Boyd, great guy. I introduced you guys, everybody, to him in Mid America. We did a interview and walk around on his truck on one of the days during that show, and it was looking beautiful then. It looked great again now. And I love the backdrop. Great shot, great area to have the photo shoot.
On the west end of that property, John, are several buildings that you would see from the 40s and 50s and 60s. And one of them was a 76 gas station that had been refurbished, and they had a bunch of really, really cool stuff on the inside. But Jacob Gunderson had set up a photo shoot for Kevin's truck, and Kevin's Freightliner Cabover was featured on the truck show T-shirt. So Jacob,
I saw that.
Yeah, we did it. It was Jacob's photo shoot, but he let me shoot as well, and it was out in front of that 76.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because this is yours, and then hang on a second. I don't want to do I want to bring the other one up. It looks like it won't let me here. Hang on. There we go. Here's the one Jacob shot.
And I've got a photo of that as well. So
Yeah, I imagine you do. I pulled that out of his bunch.
great shot.
Yep. But
He got down low on it, shooting up, and really good representation of the.
And just a quick plug for Brooks that's coming up here pretty soon. Dan and Shan will be up at that show up in Brooks, Oregon. They've got a similar photo op spot up there at the museum, the truck show that they have every year. If I remember correctly, it's a Texaco station, though.
Oh, okay.
And they've done a similar kind of thing. They've, restored or prop built. I don't know the history behind it, but it's a great photo op. And comes out really looking good like this did. But go ahead, tell us about this shot.
This was to the right side of the gas station. I had gotten down low, not quite as low as Jacob did on his other shot, but I think I counted about at least 25 shots that I took. I imagine Jacob took a lot more, but just a perfect night for a photo shoot like that, particularly with his colors. I've got a couple of shots where I'm looking toward the sun. There's some shade trees, and you see the sunlight coming through the trees, but just an incredible location and time of day to do the photo shoot. And
and a nice truck.
and just, I got to sit and I talked to Kevin on Saturday. I sat in his truck, and it's diamond pleated interior, all custom interiors, just an incredible build. And Amcan did a lot of work on it. They were one of the diamond sponsor or the platinum sponsors for the show. So a local truck that was partially built by a local builder with Amcan. And
our buddy Nick over at Amcan over there, we work with them a lot on the different shows that they bring trucks to. And Kevin Voigt, really nice guy too. Just
great guy. And I met his lovely wife. We had between photos, I got to talk to her a little bit. Just a great family. Really enjoyed my time with them.
In case you guys are interested, if y'all want to see the rest of the photo shoot, and this is just one way to see it, and I'm just going to flash it here because that's where I'm at right now. The Badger State Trucking Show over on Facebook. Here's the shoot here as well. Jacob Gunderson, Class and Chrome. He's got it posted up on his stuff, and Jacob, of course, is who shot these. So give Jacob some support. But there they are. There's some of them that were a part of the photo shoot. If you guys want to go check them out, there you go.
Yeah, Jacob is a phenomenal cameraman. He does some incredible work. I was looking at some of the night shots that he took from Saturday evening and afternoon, and he just I admire his work. He does an incredible job. Very patient photographer, and he really brings out the best in whatever he shoots.
Jacob's also a regular contributor here at 10-4. And hey, Jacob, you're on the show, buddy. Good deal. I didn't even know you were in there, man. See, there you go. Now we got Jacob. Jacob, I need you to phone me and after the show, give me a call. Works with 10-4, has done a lot of great work with 10-4. Love hanging out with Jacob at the different shows when he's able to be there. We had him at TFK, Mid-America, and wherever Jacob shows up, it's always fun to have his energy and personality be a part of Team 10-4. So good to have you on board, man.
I will say this about Jacob, and he's on now, and he'll appreciate this. But I'm just going to say, I'm looking straight into the camera. Jacob, you're my frickin' hero.
I know where that comes from. That's funny.
Yeah,
that's a Jacob.
That's a movie line.
It's a Jacob-ism too, right?
Yes, it is.
Here you go. All right, listen. You got another photo you sent me, and I'll let you set it up because I want to get that one up, and then I got to let you go. So tell us about. You want me to bring the photo up now, and then you tell the story?
That'd be great.
Okay, here you go, buddy.
Okay, so I got to be careful here because my sister-in-law is in here, so I want to keep it as clean as I possibly can. So
no, dirty it up, man. Dirty it up. Get fun. Get crazy with it.
So there was a group of us: Lisa and Chad, Barry, Corey, Rico, just a bunch of us went out Saturday night to a really good place in the Wisconsin Dells. The Dells is not too far from where the show was at. Great place, great tourist place. We ate at the Riverwalk pub and restaurant. And we were at a big table. There was probably about 12 of us there. And this group of ladies came in, and they had these wild outfits on. And I broke a rule that I usually pretty strict to adhering to. In my drinking days, I always liked Spotted Cow, and I saw everybody drinking a Spotted Cow, and I thought, I'm just going to break my rule for one beer tonight. And I had a Spotted Cow.
Okay.
And whenever I have a drink, it usually loosens me up pretty good. And I kept looking at these women, and the curiosity got the best of me. So I go over to the bar, and they're having drinks, and the lady in green, it was her bridal bachelorette party. And her bridal bachelorette party was Shrek themed. So the lady on the far right was the dragon. The lady in the black, I don't remember what she was. Of course, the lady in green was Shrek's wife. And then the lady on the left was the sorceress. And then Puss in Boots at the end. Well, the lady with the wand and the red dress was sitting right next to the lady in green. And I was being kind of boisterous with them and asked them about the bridal party and all that kind of stuff. And they were telling me about it. And my lips got my tongue got the best of me. And I turned to the lady in the red and I said, you look really good in this outfit. And I made some comment like, I've never been with a sorceress before. And this lady turned beet red. I mean, she got so embarrassed. And then it embarrassed me for saying it. And she was speechless. She didn't know what to say. So this was in the bar. They went out on the Riverwalk. We were out by the Riverwalk.
So I got to ask, did you get a date in character or out of character after this?
Well, let me finish the story. So we go out there. I didn't get a photo of them in the bar, and I wanted to get one. So they happened to walk by, and I said, hey, can I get a photo of you guys with me in it? So I'm there. I forced her to be next to me, and she was, as you can see, her face is still a little bit red.
Hey, Gene, are you listening to this? Is this an HR issue? We need to refer him to you to talk about this, or what? Hey, go ahead.
So I'm talking to her. I'm talking to Mrs. Shrek, and then I'm walking away, and I don't know what I said, but the dragon, the girl on the right, the short girl on the right, she said, I love your voice. You got a radio voice. And I said, yeah, I've been told that I use my voice to have my way with women. And she said, oh, really? You think you can work it on me? And I thought, oh my God, I got myself into a mess here. So I said, no, I better not do that. So I kind of quickly backed out of that. But all the folks that were, and they were all, Chad and Lisa and all the rest of them were around me, and they were telling these girls that I was some famous guy, and they wanted to know who I was. And I said, look, I'm just nobody. So they were teasing me. They got in on the fun, teasing me in front of them. So it was a good time. We had a good evening, and that was the highlight of my day.
Just remember, if you're TW. I wasn't going to say it, but okay.
Well, I got a good friend that lives in Pasadena, and a couple of years I was complaining to him about not having dates, and he just said, you still got game. So I live with that. He says I got game. I guess I still got game. So,
all right, Eric, I'm going to run up the top of the hour here in 4 minutes. So I want to let you go. Thanks for sharing everything today and the photos you posted in the lounge. Everybody get over there and have a look at them and let them know how much you like those pictures. Guys, give them a like and share them and invite folks to the group, because there's a lot of good stuff that goes on in there. It's all about you guys. You guys share and post. I put a little bit of stuff in there, very little, but it's for you guys to share and have fun with. So Eric, thanks a lot for sharing your weekend, and glad you had a good time out there with everybody.
Thanks for having me on, John. Thanks, Wade, for accommodating 10-4 magazine. If you're in that area next summer, get out there. I think you'll have a great time. So thanks for having me on, John.
You bet. Eric, take care. We'll talk soon.
All right, man.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Eric Hill and Eric, besides showing up at a lot of shows out there in that region and repping for 10-4, is a contributor, pretty regular contributor in the magazine too. So you guys can check out his stuff and what he's got going on and where he's been, what he's seeing, and hear what he's talking about. It's all there for you to do that. Guys, great job, man. Overall, it sounds like you put on a hell of a show, and best of luck to you for round 2. And it sounds like that'll definitely be coming up. And as Eric said, and I agree, you guys aren't the new or the next. You're filling a void where there was, and creating a new show and identity and something that can be fun and people enjoy and have a good time coming out to. And that's what it's all about. There's a lot of truck shows going on these days. And, bottom line, whatever you put out there, man, make sure that it's a good show. Rico, what's going on, buddy? We got everybody dropping in now, man. That's awesome, man. Good to see you, Rico. Make sure you put something together that's good. Family values are huge on my list. Put it together so that the entire family can enjoy it. Not all parts of it. Listen, you got different parts of a show throughout day and night and such, that things can change, and different flows and things going on. So it accommodates, but just proper things in proper times and proper places. All right, listen, everybody. Question I put out there, to delete or not to delete. Mike answered earlier and said, if he did, it would just give him more power and less tires than he has already. There's a bigger picture to this, and maybe we'll carry this question over into next week, and that's what we'll do, because I want to get out of here on time. Next week, Chris Pfeiffe will be on the show, and I am going to invite Mr. Jacob Gunderson to come on the show with us next week as well. He didn't know that, but I'm just telling him now that it's out there. But give me a call after the show, and let's get ahead of this too, guys. In case you didn't know it, Mr. Pfeiffe had a problem with the Big Rig Video Facebook page. It got hijacked and basically depleted, and then handed back to him after there was nothing left except for the videos and the photos. So the assets of the page, all the followers were gone. So if you were a follower of the Big Rig Video Facebook page, you may or may not still be. So get over there and give them a little like and love, and let them know you still care. And we'll talk about how that all happened next week. 10-4 Trucker Rodeo registration opens this Friday at noon. Get on over there, get it done. I know you're all standing in line right now, and you want to be the first one to get registered. And I'll tell you what, if we have a way to track it and can find out who it is, I'll buy the first registrant a beer at the rodeo, and we'll share a beer and a little chuckle at the show come November. So be ready, get it done. And remember, if you want to be a part of an event and compete in that event at the rodeo, don't wait and think you can come back in and upgrade your registration, because apparently we cannot. So get it in, get it done, sign up for anything you remotely think you're going to do, and get in there and get your name down on the paper. Remember, it's like Costco. If you see it and you want it, you got to buy it now, because you never know if Costco is going to have it again or more later. You just typically they don't. Same kind of deal. So sign up, get it done, noon Friday, and you just go to our website and you can get that taken care of. All right, everybody, listen, been a pleasure. Thanks to Dan for Deputy Dan, that is, for showing up and giving us the lowdown on what's happening for the 10-4 Trucker Rodeo, and Eric for sharing everything with the Badger State Show, and all y'all that tuned in. Thank you, guys. It's been a pleasure. We will see you soon. Keep the shiny side up as always. Stay safe out there, everybody. And listen, when I say stay safe, I don't mean just on the road, man. There's a lot going on with what we do in our world that is digitally connected, whether it's emails, texts, phone calls. Make sure you know who you're talking to. Make sure you know who's calling you. Make sure you know who is sending you an email before you go anywhere with anybody. And you'll get the lowdown on what I'm telling you, what I'm talking about next week when we get Chris Pfeiffe on the show. All right, till then, take care.